Most independent artists think the money comes from streams. That is only part of the story. Streams matter. They create discovery, social proof, playlist momentum, and data. But if streaming is the only plan, the artist is building a business on the lowest margin part of the music economy. This is Blackwater Music Group, and today we are breaking down how independent artists actually make money. The first thing to understand is this. Music income is not one big paycheck. It is a stack. An independent artist might make money from streaming, YouTube, publishing, live shows, merch, direct fan support, licensing, brand deals, session work, production services, and digital products. The artist who survives is not always the artist with the most streams. It is often the artist with the cleanest ownership, the strongest fan relationship, and the most ways to turn attention into income. Let's start with the obvious one, streaming. Streaming pays when people listen to the master recording. The money usually moves through a distributor, label, or rights administrator before it reaches the artist. If the artist owns the master and uses a simple distributor, the path can be cleaner. If the artist is signed to a deal, has collaborators, or has recoupable costs, the path can get complicated fast. Streaming is useful, but it should not be treated like the whole business. Think of streaming as the billboard. It puts the song in front of people. It proves demand. It gives the artist data. But a billboard is not the store. The real question is, where does the listener go next? That brings us to live shows. For many artists, live performance is where music starts turning into real cash flow. A small artist might play local bars, private events, churches, college events, festivals, writers' rounds, or opening slots. The money can come from guarantees, ticket splits, tips, VIP experiences, and merch sold at the table. The most important thing about shows is not just the performance fee, it is the relationship. A fan who sees an artist live is more likely to follow, buy, share, and come back. Now look at merch. Merch is powerful because it turns identity into revenue. A shirt is not just cotton. It is a sign that says, I am part of this. Hats, stickers, koozies, posters, vinyl, CDs, signed lyric sheets, and limited drops can all give fans a way to support the artist directly. Here is a simple example. If 100 fans buy a $25 shirt, that is $2,500 in gross sales. After product costs, printing, shipping, and fees, the artist still may keep more from those 100 buyers than from a large number of passive streams. Next is publishing. Publishing money comes from the song itself, the composition, the lyrics, and the melody. This is different from the master recording. If an artist writes the song, they may be entitled to songwriter and publisher income when the song is streamed, performed, played publicly, licensed, or covered. This is where a lot of independent artists lose money without realizing it. They release songs but do not register them properly. They split the song with collaborators but never document the split. They own part of the composition but do not collect every type of royalty available to them. If you write songs, publishing is not optional. It is part of the business. Then there is licensing. Licensing is when music is used in film, television, ads, games, trailers, YouTube channels, podcasts, or social content. One good sync placement can do more for an artist than months of random posting. It can create money, credibility, and discovery at the same time. But licensing usually requires clean rights. That means the master owner and the publishing owners must be clear. If the song has messy splits, uncleared samples, or missing paperwork, it becomes harder to license. Now let's talk about direct fan support. A direct fan relationship is one of the biggest advantages an independent artist can build. Email lists, text lists, Patreon-style memberships, fan clubs, private communities, and pre-order campaigns all help the artist reach fans without depending only on an algorithm. Algorithms are rented land. An email list is closer to owned land. If a platform changes the rules, your reach can disappear overnight. But if you have a direct list of people who actually want to hear from you, every release becomes easier to launch. Brand deals are another income stream. This does not have to mean a giant national sponsorship. A local boot store, truck accessory shop, bar, clothing brand, guitar company, coffee company, or outdoor brand might sponsor content, a show, a video series, a tour stop, or a giveaway. The mistake artists make is waiting until they are famous. Small sponsors care about trust, fit, and audience quality. If an artist has a strong local audience, a clear brand, and consistent content, there may already be partnership opportunities. YouTube can also become part of the income stack. An artist can earn from long-form videos, behind-the-scenes content, acoustic versions, gear breakdowns, tour diaries, music business lessons, and performance videos. YouTube is not just a place to upload a music video and disappear. It can be a media channel around the artist's world. The key is consistency. One official video every 6 months is not a YouTube strategy. A real strategy gives fans reasons to return every week. Some artists also make money from services. They write for other artists. They sing demos. They produce tracks. They play sessions. They design cover art. They edit short-form clips. They coach newer artists. They help with release planning. These are not distractions if they support the bigger mission. They are ways to stay paid while the artist brand grows. Now let's put the pieces together. Imagine 2 artists. Artist 1 gets 100,000 streams in a month, but has no email list, no merch, no shows, no publishing setup, no offer, and no fan relationship. That artist has attention, but very little business infrastructure. Artist 2 gets 20,000 streams in a month, but sells merch, plays 2 shows, collects publishing, books a private event, grows an email list, and posts weekly YouTube content. Artist 2 may make more money with fewer streams. That is the lesson. The money is not just in the music. The money is in the system around the music. So here is the independent artist money map. First, own or understand your rights. Know who owns the master. Know who owns the publishing. Know your splits. Know what your distributor collects and what they do not collect. Second, build a direct audience. Use social media for discovery, but move real fans to an email list, text list, website, or community. Third, create offers. That could be merch, tickets, VIP access, private shows, digital downloads, physical products, exclusive videos, or fan memberships. Fourth, document everything. Every collaborator, producer, writer, designer, and featured artist should know the agreement before the song goes live. Fifth, think like a business, not just an artist. Every release should have a budget, a content plan, a fan capture plan, and a follow-up offer. Here is the bottom line. Independent artists make money when they turn music into a business ecosystem. Streams create attention. Shows create connection. Merch creates identity. Publishing creates long-term value. Licensing creates leverage. Direct fans create stability. And ownership gives the artist control. That is how independent artists actually make money. This is Blackwater Music Group. Subscribe for the business behind the music. And in the next video, we will break down the release plan most independent artists should follow before dropping a single.